Hey everyone, it's Nakul from Wicky. Welcome to our NBA preview with Jacob from Trypod. Jacob, we've got about 30 minutes to pack in the NBA and the NFL one, so we'll get straight into it.
Cool. Well, we got a winner last week, although it's kind of conditional. I liked DeMar DeRozan, which I think was a great pick. He had over 25 points in the game last week, but I said I especially love it if Kobe White was going to be out, and White ended up playing. So that meant that the chance of DeRozan scoring 25 plus was even less. The odds were even better, but I could understand too if someone heard me share that insight and didn't play. So can understand if you gave that a miss. If you took DeRozan, you did get cash the 25 plus. And as we do every week, we've got a game to talk about. That's going to be the televised one in Australia. This week, it's Pelicans at Warriors.
Awesome. Okay. Well, look, as always, guys, if you Google Wiki Linktree, you can check out the odds comparison tool that you see on your screen for free. All of our content, data tools, Discord, socials, all that stuff is free. Just Google Wiki Linktree. And obviously, Jacob's wearing the t-shirt, loud and proud. I love it. The Tripod Punters Tips Forum, obviously check them out. More than 25,000 users. Tips coming from all over the place for every sport you can imagine. I've actually been loving it for the BBL, Jacob. I forgot to tell you. It's been, as always, I don't always back every tip, but I love actually reading the tips just to sort of get a sense of how people are thinking to form my own opinions. But let's get straight into this game, Jacob. Anything in particular that you like for this one?
Well, I don't like the Golden State Warriors. They won the title 18 months ago. I think I've said a couple of times, maybe even on this show, not the same team anymore. Guys are past their prime. One player that I questioned them acquiring was Chris Paul. He's actually been one of their better players, and he's injured now as well. You've got Draymond Green suspended, and that feeds into the defense is not going to be as stout, which is another reason why I will like to play on a Pelican for a scoring milestone or two. The guy I'm looking at is Brandon Ingram. I'd argue he's the best player on this team. On certain nights, he is. He's right there alongside Zion Williamson, who also can be, let's say, inconsistent. But Ingram's the most dynamic scorer on the team. I've loved him his whole career. I would liken him to a very poor man's Kevin Durant. And I think Durant's just about as good as we've seen for a scoring forward slash wing. And Ingram can light it up. He's been kept quiet in January, hasn't scored in the 20s in his last 4 or 5 games. But the thing is, they've all been one-sided matches, whether they were big Pelicans wins or also a big loss in there to the Clippers, whereas this game is pick'em. So it is expected to be as close as can be. And it is, a nationally televised game. So I like the superstar players to step up. Definitely like Ingram. I think you'll find him there 235 to score 25 plus. And I would ladder that and play a bit at 30 plus as well, which I don't think the tool is showing us, but you can definitely check. Yeah, you can definitely check around, and usually the same location that's got the best price for 25 plus, because it's a derivative, will give you juicy odds. I'm thinking kind of $6-7 range for 30 plus would be very nice as well. I touched on Draymond Green out, but your wing defenders too. I mean, Klay Thompson's just a shadow of his former self. So I think Ingram's the type of player that's very hard to guard at the best of times. So he's the one I like in this matchup.
Awesome. One thing I was going to say, I'll have a quick look afterwards. I don't know if you know this yourself, Jacob, but I'll check myself. We've been pretty lucky with the NBA and the NFL odds comparison tool. You guys knew I was overseas for a little bit. So I haven't actually looked at this day by day to see if there's any issues with it. Does it make sense that the bookie odds are so inconsistent for these markets? Like $1.29 here and $2.90. I'm kind of worried that it might be a mistake on our odds comparison tool. Or you reckon
Sorry, I've got to zoom in on my screen just to check where you're looking.
So
you're looking Ingram, and you're looking at his assists.
Yep.
Yeah, so that is a glitch for sure, because it's telling you that Ingram is $3.20 to register 6 assists.
Yep.
Then obviously he's not going to be $1.30 for
cool,
8
sorry.
or more.
Yep, that makes sense. Awesome. I'll get the tech guys to have a look into it tonight. But on the flip side, a positive with the odds comparison tool, I am back home, so I've got Wi-Fi again. I'm in Sydney, and I've been updating this thing like a few times a day, especially sort of late at night, and make sure I update it a couple times in the morning, closer to like the first game starting as well, so you can get the freshest possible odds. And as you'll see, if you watch our NFL potty that I do with Jacob straight after this one, we've got a bunch more bookies, more markets closer to game time, and I'm making sure that I'm on the ball with it.
Yeah, it can never be perfect technology. It can be a friend at times, but it can also pose some challenges. In any case, yeah, as I said before, I like Ingram in the scoring market, and those odds look correct to me. But good pick up there. Something quirky going on in the assist market.
Yep, no, all good. I think, yeah, as always, when we get more bookies, it should clean itself up, but I'll have the guys to have a look. But as always, guys, if you check sort of Aussie time in the morning, just before the games, more bookies, more markets, and a lot more helpful. But when we do the pod, it's usually the night before. So, we're here mainly for Jacob's insights and to sort of give you a run through of sort of what this tool is all about. And yeah, check it on game day. It'll help you, whether you're putting together your multis or you're looking for your edge. If you look at market value, usually it helps you identify mistakes between bookies. This might be off, but we'll have it fixed up by tomorrow morning. Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Jacob.